Hello and welcome to King's Gun Center TV. I am Todd Cotta. I've got Alex right next to me. We are ready to talk about something very special sitting right here. It is the Smith and Wesson Shield 9mm Plus.
Yes.
The Smith and Wesson Shield 9mm Plus is their brand new gun that's coming out. That is a 13 round?
13 plus 1.
13 plus 1 round Smith & Wesson Shield. Now, for all you California people out there, no, this is not California legal, and we want to get that out right out of the front. Smith & Wesson has to make guns for the entire country, and as long as we have communists running Sacramento, we are not going to get great guns like this.
Only our law enforcement brethren can get that right now.
Yep, that's what it's like right now in California. But we want to talk about a few things with this gun and show you a few things that are really, really, really cool about what they've done with this gun. First of all, who are the direct competitors to this gun?
Well, the direct competitors, I'm guessing a Glock 43, Glock 43X, something along those lines.
The Hellcat.
The Hellcat.
365 from Sig Sauer.
Yeah.
Yep. These are all kind of in that same area with a 3-inch, well, 3.5 inch overall length and a small grip on it.
You know, I don't know if I'd really put them against the Hellcat and the 365. Those seem almost micro size, whereas this just seems like more of a subcompact single stack to me. I don't know if I'd really go to that point, but I mean, I guess argument could be made to do that.
I think there's another video coming up for us for another review with those and this gun. Just to look at the size differences and see if there is a big difference.
Yeah.
I think the biggest reason why they came out with this gun was because of the Hellcat.
Yeah, the Hellcat definitely blew up on the scene. People really love that gun. People still ask for it to this day.
Yeah, and we just can't get them.
No.
We just can't get those.
We got those
guns.
Couple in the beginning, and then COVID hit, and that was that. We haven't been able to get them again.
Now, the Hellcat has 11 and 13, and that really changed the market from Springfield Armory when they came out with that gun. They came out with a flat trigger. It came out with a lot of different things that made it a lot more capable.
Didn't they also come with a model almost right off the bat that was already acceptable to an RMR?
Yes, they already had the cut in the slide, and they had all that stuff. And then now Sig Sauer has that special sight now that goes down the inside of the rail.
The SAS model. The
technology on guns is really, really improving right now, and we're so excited that we were able to get this gun in from my good buddy Mike. He sent this one to us as a we bought it, but we really wanted to do a review of it, so he was looking out for us when we got this gun.
Yeah,
it's only a couple weeks old. And what a great package they've come with. And let me show you a picture real quick. This is 3 guns. When you take a look at it, on the far right is the Smith & Wesson California 9 Shield. The one in the middle is a 2.045 Smith & Wesson Shield. And then the one on the left is the brand new 2.0 plus 9mm.
Yes.
Now, these guns here, I'll put them in the box right here. These 3 guns here are almost identical in size.
Yep, pretty darn close.
They really, when you take a look at the way they are set up, they are just identical guns. They did improve the grip a little bit between the first gen and the second gen ones.
Yeah,
but they were able to keep the exact same size gun, but add close to 6 rounds to it.
You know, it's funny. There was a company, and I can't remember the name for the life of me, that actually did that with the Glock 43. I think it was a 43 or the 43X. And just by going away from the OEM model and going with the steel, making it thinner, you're able to get a higher capacity. And I think that's what's similar to what Smith and Wesson did. Yes.
We're going to talk about the magazines in just a second and the way they did that. But, you know, on a Glock mag, it does have that plastic sleeve.
Yep.
So getting rid of that plastic sleeve and expanding the actual shell out to a full-size mag, you would be able to get those extra rounds in there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a company, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, that's exactly what they did.
Taking a look further into this gun, we have the widths of the guns right here. Take a look here. Once again, they're pretty much the same. The one in the middle is the 45, so you can see the magazine is just a little bit bigger on the base than you have on the other 2.
Yeah.
But with the way they got, I think what happened was they got the 45 made, and they realized they could make the walls thinner on the grip of the shield, And that's the way they got the extra rounds on it. They didn't. They did two things for this. They actually shaved down the walls of the inside of the grip on the gun.
Yeah.
Which gave it more space, and then they expanded the magazine on the gun.
I wonder how that's going to work for the durability of it, because I know years back FN had an issue with their grips, and they would get too hot and they would actually kind of melt. Do you remember that? Yes.
No, I never saw that.
It was a thing years ago because I was really interested in FNs, and it was something with the production process, and there was pictures online of people actually leaving their guns in their trunks, and the handles melting.
Wow.
Yeah, so
they must have used some kind of a Kydex that is heat sensitive.
I don't know.
No, but Smith and Wesson wouldn't do that because they already have a tried and true gun. What they did is they just kind of reinforced it probably a little bit more, and then they slid in the bigger mag, which gives you a nice solid grip. And I've had this thing on without the magazine in it, and it doesn't collapse at all. It's very sturdy, very, very sturdy. Taking another look here, we'll take a look at the magazine since we're talking about magazines. The magazines are about the same height. Now, if you look at the picture here, I have the black mag. That is the Plus magazine. It is sitting next to the first gen one, and then the original magazine is the silver one on the left. You can see how they are a little fatter, and then towards the top they get a little bit skinnier.
Yeah.
Now, the big difference is when you turn the magazine on its side, you can see how much wider the second gen Plus is than the first gen regular 9mm.
You know, it's crazy. You wouldn't think that little bit extra right there would give you so much more capacity, but it really does.
It does. It does. And when you take a look at that magazine, it is maybe 2.5 millimeters wider.
Maybe.
But it gives you a whole lot more because you can, by the time you slide it over and stack them offset, it gives you a lot more space in there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All those engineers over there at Smith and Wesson have been working their butts off to make this thing happen. And, it is a really, really easy gun to shoot. And we're going to be shooting it here in just a minute, and you'll see what we're talking about when we're shooting the gun. Now, there's one elephant in the room that we need to talk about, and that elephant in the room is the trigger on this gun. When you take a look at this picture, you can see that the triggers are different in the two guns. The one on the right is the first-gen Smith and Wesson Shield. The one on the left is the brand-new trigger for the Smith and Wesson Shield 2.0 Plus.
Yes.
It's a little flatter. It's a little bit flatter.
It looks redesigned all the way around. I mean, it's got that little almost, I don't want to say Glock style safety on there.
Yes. It has the original one had a hinge in the middle and a tab on the backside that hit the frame if it didn't come up. Now they're going back to the finger tab coming out of the middle of the trigger and coming back in. So the trigger itself, in theory, is much, much, much better than the original Shield trigger.
Yeah. In
theory, it is. We here at the King's Gun Center, when we do our classes, we really, really hammer trigger reset, and we don't have a trigger reset video out there, but there's lots of them out there explaining what trigger reset does and how it does. And trigger reset is basically when you shoot in reverse order. Your first shot, you bring up the slack in the trigger, and then you pull to the rear, and then it fires, but you hold it to the rear, and then you release to the click, and then pull. Release to the click and pull. And what that does is it calms your gun down, and it allows it to shoot better and less trigger travel when you're doing it.
Yep.
And every time we get a new gun in, what do?
We always mess with them. We have to check the triggers on all these guns, and right off the bat with this one,
there was an issue with this trigger.
Yes.
What was going on with it?
It seems to jump forward. Once you get it back to the wall, depress the trigger all the way back. When you start to let it out, it almost hops forward.
The way I felt it was when you press the trigger. And so what we did was when we first got this in, we were like, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this trigger. So you went in the back, and you went through this entire gun and cleaned it and make sure everything was the way it was supposed to be in the gun.
Yeah.
And then we came back out, and then we tried it again, and nothing changed.
No.
The way I feel it is when you press the trigger, it has a nice trigger going backwards. But when I go to release the trigger to reset it, it gets it like sticks to the rear. I can feel the pressure coming off my finger. There's not consistent pressure going back. So the trigger gets lighter on my finger, and then once it gets to a certain point, it pops out.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll see it a little bit when we're shooting the gun here in just a second. But we knew that this was going to be an issue going into the range. And so we cleaned it. We made sure it was working the way it was supposed to work. And then we finally went out. And here we go out into the range. And we're going to shoot this gun right now. Hopefully you can see what's going on here. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more when we get back here. So here we go out in the range with the Smith and Wesson Shield Plus.
All right, so what we're going to be shooting right now is a Smith and Wesson Shield 9mm Plus.
Over here.
Safe, clear.
What do you think?
It's a nice shooting gun. It really is. I don't like the trigger reset. It kind of snaps forward. We noticed that earlier when we were looking at the gun when it came in. We gave it a clean, see if that would help. I'm not sure. I'm not used to it. I'll say that. I won't say that I don't like it. Maybe I'll take that back. I'm not used to that snap. But all in all, it was actually pretty nice. I actually enjoy this a little bit more than a standard Smith and Wesson Shield 9.
Okay, well, I told you already, I have carried the Smith & Wesson Shield for close to a decade now. I started off with the 9mm, played with the 40 a little bit, went back to the 9, and now I carry the Shield 45 2.0. This being a 13-round mag, let's see how it feels in the hand, let's see how it shoots. Didn't lock back on me. It has a nice pop over for the trigger, but it feels like it's sticking to the rear and then it comes out. And it sticks to the rear and then it comes out, and it kind of gets you off guard when you're shooting, because I like the even pressure going back when it comes back over to the trigger reset. But it feels like it's stuck to the back, and as you release, it just releases with your finger. And it's very difficult. Let's walk up here. It's very difficult to keep it steady when it's jerking so hard back. I you know, it's an okay group at 5 yards. Seems a little bit to the left on me. I don't know why. And we both had pretty good groups. But a trigger should be smooth, front to back. This one here, it sticks to the rear and then it takes off on you, which makes your gun jiggle. I just don't know what their idea was, the way they made this trigger. It's got the nice flattish style trigger, kind of like the Apex style trigger, but the reset is just not what it needs to be. Let's go back up into the studio and close this thing out.
Well, there you go. That was our shooting there at the range, and I wanted so badly for this gun to be. I wanted so badly for this gun to be awesome.
I know.
And 90% of this gun is freaking awesome. It's interchangeable with all the other Shield parts when it comes to the sights and all those things. Has the same fit and feel. It fits in the pocket well. It does everything you need to do, and 13 rounds.
No, I get you. I totally get you. I know you're a Smith and Wesson fan.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, I think anyone that's watched our videos before, I'm a Glock fanboy.
Yeah.
I did like the feel of this. I do like the flat face trigger on there. I was pretty excited. I cannot that snapback just really kills it for this gun. If it did not have that, I think I would really enjoy this gun.
If it was an even heavy back, I would get that.
Yeah.
But it's really light in the very beginning, so your finger kind of moves away from the trigger, and then all of a sudden, boom, it pops out.
Yeah. And it wasn't the fact that there was something wrong with it, because we cleaned it. I think that's just how they designed it, and I'm not exactly sure what they were going for with that. But I could say, as an experienced shooter, I don't enjoy that. And I just, that really kills it for me with this gun.
Now, maybe this is this particular gun's problem. I haven't seen any other reviews talking about that yet. But we are really, really, really high on trigger reset here. Because that is the only way somebody, in our opinion, should be able to shoot, is with that trigger reset. Just a nice smooth back click, and go from there.
Yeah, I have to agree 100%. I really wanted to like this gun. I did.
So you know what? I do have several Smith and Wessons at home. Matter of fact, my last duty weapon was the Smith and Wesson 45, and I love the Smith and Wesson Shield and the M&P product. I think it's a great product. I just wish that this one here had a little better trigger, and I would be absolutely sold on it.
Yeah, I get that. And yeah, you know what? It's the design. I really like how they got the 13+1. That is totally awesome. And I think that's really going to compete with a lot of those other guns, 43Xs, stuff like that. But that trigger is just, I just can't get old. If I had the opportunity to buy this gun, I don't think I would, because of that trigger.
At this moment, if you're out there looking for the Shield Plus, go out to your local gun store, check the trigger reset before you buy it, and hopefully Smith & Wesson comes out with some kind of a remedy for this. I hate talking bad about guns. I hate it.
I know.
It's a great gun if you can get past the trigger reset portion, and if you never use it, you'll never even know.
I don't mind saying nothing bad about Smith & Wesson. You know how I feel.
Yeah. Glock fanboys are the worst.
Yeah.
Absolutely the worst.
Yeah, it works perfect every time. Yeah, I know.
Hey, what's coming up on the 1st of May?
Well, we have our annual Give Back Weekend coming up. For those of you that don't know, it's something that we like to do every year. We have the Central California Blood Bank come out, and we do our best to get as many donors out there so that we can get as many pints. I mean, that can't be stressed enough. That's something that they need all year long.
We have lots and lots of giveaways that we're going to be giving away. Glock has sent us a whole case of stuff to give away. For the first 30 people that donate blood, we're going to be giving away Glock gun bags, range bags, all kinds of stuff we're going to be doing, and we are so excited to be able to host the Central California Blood Center at our event. We do hope that you can come along and just join us Saturday, May 1st.
Yep.
From 9 a.m. to 2, the Blood Center is going to be here. We're going to try and have some barbecue out here for you guys for lunch. It's just going to be a nice time to come out with friends and enjoy yourself at the King's Gun and Archery Center. Well, there you go. That is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm Plus. We did hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget, on YouTube, subscribe to our channel below. We would love to have you come along and enjoy more of these gun reviews with us. I do have a couple other reviews scheduled with my other host for my other channel, Rebel Radio Now. He has the VR80.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're going to do that one, and we're going to do a couple other reviews when it comes to some AR-15s and some stuff that he has with some special equipment on it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe today. We hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and enjoy yourself all day, and love your family. That's what it's all about, guys. Thank you so much.